depression breeds creativity, or creativity breeds depression, or they just really like each other. It's something that always, you know, I had my own phase of just being like, oh, everything's bullshit, love doesn't even exist, and if it does, it just makes people want to kill each other. So like, what's the point? Music really kind of turns off that part of you that doesn't want to let stuff in, you know? Music kind of
You have to be open. If you want to play music, you have
Yeah.
to open up a certain part of yourself and like just accept that vulnerability.
You have to be in rhythm with
Yeah.
someone, you know? And that whole, that simple relationship and that simple kind of just like, oh, let's just groove, let's just like make this song, let's like sing in harmony.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, humans can sing in harmony and we like understand what that means just by hearing it. Like, that's actually a beautiful sentiment, and like that's more what love is about.
Tell me you like me, I'm yours. Come on, say it. Tell me you like me, just tell me you like me. Tell me you like me, I'm yours. Tell me you like me.
Growing up, we had a basement, which was the music room.
Yeah.
We don't have that anymore, but.
Oh man, and we used to spend just hours
Yeah, that was
making up musicals.
It was the best place.
and,
It
like,
was the
oh
best
my
place to
gosh.
go, and like having that, especially with my siblings, was amazing.
It was a
Growing up.
refuge, and
yeah.
it was like a respite, and it was like church, you know, everything enrolled into one, just like you and yourself, and just like, even if it was the stupidest song in like the whole world, like that's great.
Yeah.
Like just sing it, get it out there, you know.
Yeah, and it was at the same time like inspirational, like motivation, and also like rivalry, like inspiration.
Definitely.
Because like you can play together and also listen to their own songs that they wrote and be like, oh my god, like, well, I can write this song. Oh, well, we can write this together. Like there's, you know, red and there's blue, but there's purple. Yeah, a lot of it is like show and tell, and like it's been like that like for a long time. Like when we first started writing together, it was a lot of like very surprising. Hey, let me show you something.
Yeah.
Like
What can we add?
What do you feel about
yeah.
this? Like,
Yeah, I mean that's why I play the guitars, because you play piano. It's like
I remember there was one big fight when we promised each other. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna play the piano and you're gonna play the guitar, and you're not allowed to play the piano.
No more fights.
Yeah.
They made me get piano lessons first, and I hated it. I hated piano lessons. I hated taking time every week.
And I would like peek around the
and
corner and like spy on her while she was getting her piano lessons and be like, I am so jealous right now. Like, you know, being a little sister, you just want whatever the older.
So I gave up
one
the
has.
piano.
But I didn't take lessons for piano, and Monika never took lessons for guitar. And I every day I'm really glad for that, to have that freedom to just literally play like you're playing with a doll.
Well, it's just of a different relationship to it. It's more like a limb, and it's like a I don't know. You know what I
Like
mean?
homework.
Right.
Like the homework for a class that you really just don't care about.
Yeah, I mean, she plays guitar.
She plays piano.
I play like really bad piano. You know
She
what
plays
I mean?
great piano.
I get like octave on the left hand.
The thing about having an instrument, like when you're, I mean, like anyone can play an instrument. Anyone can like make it sound, but like to emote on it and to be able to communicate well on that instrument, that's when you're like, this is my instrument, this is what I play.
No, that's just like a real weird feeling that
People say like it's like tapping into that creative, like
it's up
cloud.
here, and then like you kind of just like hear it, and there it is. You know, it feels like you're more of the audience, more of like the recipient than like actually
the creator,
the divulger of anything. But really, it's just, we're all just like weird filters.
So
spitting
strange.
shit out, I guess, yeah. When people say art is a luxury, like, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's like so a part of what makes us human, and it's so a part of what saves us from like the hell that sometimes happens to us in our lives.
Yeah, and it's something that everyone can access. Everyone can access it at any time, actually.
And a lot of people who are creative are trying to kind of, you know, take their world and like, you know, put it through a filter and like put it back at people, because that's really all that art is anyway, is just a mirror with like little distortions, so you can, wherever you find peace, like if you feel at peace doing something, try and do that as much as possible. That's like my real, because it took me a really long time to admit that like being on stage and like writing music and especially performing really gave me like a big sense of peace. It took me a long time to admit that, like, oh, this is actually something that like, it's not just like, oh, I want to be like a famous pop star. Like, it's totally okay to like want
I love
to.
that voice you do.
Oh my god.
And if you have faith in what you're doing and you're happy and comfortable and you feel like you're being who you are, that's great.
Do what makes people around you happy as well. Like, that's a big part of it.
You will find a middle ground, and there is peace for you, and you will find happiness in something because you are human, and you can sing, and you can do art, and you can access those beautiful things at any time.
Tell me you like